Hey everyone, this is the Citrix receiver test run with ArcMap. Just like before, when we installed Citrix receiver, we want to go ahead and go to apps.ccas.gwu.edu. And if you've logged in recently, it will bring you straight to the storefront. If not, go ahead and add your credentials. Just like before, we want to go ahead and go to ArcMap and go to Open. It takes a second to boot in. And we now have a blank ArcMap page, and we want to go ahead and test adding data, and this test will be through Citrix. So in order to make sure that we're connected to the right folder, what we want to do is use, again, the Connect to Folder button. And again, because we're in Citrix, we can go ahead and access S drive. And I stored this under 2104, and myself and Citrix test. So the key here is to single click the folder. If you double click it, it's going to ask you what folder inside of Citrix test do you want to connect to, but we just want, under me, just Citrix test. So under folder connections, we now have an S drive connection to Citrix test. So we'll go ahead and open that. And the files I want to test add are under the full file folder shapefiles. So we have 4 very simple files that won't be used in class. It's just for experiment purposes. We've got a point file, a line file, and 2 polygon files. These are the line files, points, and polygons. In order to test Citrix, we're going to run a quick, simple what's known as a geoprocessing technique, and within class we'll go ahead and talk in far more detail about what these do, but just follow along with me right now. So under the geoprocessing tab in ArcMap, you want to go ahead and click intersect, and we can add the polygon file grassland and chemical spill by highlighting them with a highlight 1 and then shift to chemical spill and click that, and we can load both of those at once. Now, one of the things here to keep in mind is where the output feature class is going. ArcGIS will generally default to, this is what's known as the default geo database. We don't want it going there. Where we want it to go is into our S drive folder. So if this were lab 1 or lab 2 or whatever, we would want it to drop into that folder itself. So if you go back up to where it says folder connections by using the up arrow here, you should, because we've already connected to the folder, have our S drive Citrix test folder. So we want the output feature class to go into this folder and shapefiles, and we want to say grass chem intersect. And we'll go ahead and save. And don't worry about all this. Again, this is just a breaking in Citrix for you to get an idea of how long it takes for things to run. Okay, for here, I didn't skip the video or anything. That was about 20 seconds. So that's pretty good. On days where a lot of students are accessing the servers, it can take a lot longer. In the next video, we'll cover tips and tricks to keep Citrix flowing as fast as possible. But for that, we accessed Citrix, same way as usual, through this CCS storefront, opened ArcMap through Citrix, connected to a folder, and ran a quick geoprocessing technique known as intersect.